Razakbhai, Razakbhai na cinta sih.
Kodon Street maybe.
Razakbhai atau cinta Hanif ni brother-in-law. Brother. How are you doing? How is everything else with you? Children? The visit. New team has come. You go through it. You go through it. You go for some time?
I'm here. My sisters live here, no, in Calcutta.
Acha.
Yesterday I couldn't make it.
Today we have this meeting. After this, one more meeting we have. MC meeting. We have to attend that. And there's a decision in the MC meeting. Some election is there.
When is election?
After seat there are two ladies taking part for the same this thing. He is secretary in position program.
In your house?
Secretary.
South. Just start.
Hello? Amin ba? Bolo me kila enjoy. Kila enjoy.
And guitar, no, the line is 30. I know.
Anil ba?
Yes, sir.
You could have enjoyed.
Definitely. Why not? English AGM. Today is AGM. After that also, you're supposed to sit here. Nobody asked you to be there.
No, I think this is what I'm going to suggest. We have like
super stage.
Very important.
Definitely. Even Ashok Karim was saying same thing.
Ashar Mashara. What?
No,
Ashar
here
Sadar.
how can I make the mistake? I'll tell you this. My name comes. But even Shoniba, Taliba, the whole past president, I mean, Kitri was, they'll be there. Maybe a few, 2, 3, 4 years left. There's only 5, 6. I'm going to propose it.
I'd like to call our meeting to order, inshallah. May I ask for your attention, please? We will start this meeting with recitation of the Holy Quran, and I would like to ask our esteemed guest from Indian chapter, Mr. Iqbal Officer, to make the opening recitation. Iqbal Baki, please come to the podium. Please come to the podium.
औज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम इन्ना आतैनाकल कौसर फसल्लि रब्बिका वनहर इन्ना शानिअका हुवल अब्तर। या अल्लाह, आज की मीटिंग को कामयाब कर और हमारे अंदर आपस के अंदर इत्तेफाक, इत्तेहाद और मोहब्बत पैदा कर, और जो फैसला हम यहाँ से करें उसके अंदर अमल करने की तौफीक अता कर, और आपस के अंदर यहाँ से जब रुखसत हो तो जो भी फैसले हमने यहाँ पर किए हैं उस पर खैर फरमा और तेरी मदद फरमा। वाखिरु दवाना अल्हम्दुलिल्लाहि रब्बिल आलमीन।
Jazakallah Iqbal Ba for that opening recitation. We will now stand for the national anthem of the United Arab Emirates, please. Thank you, everybody. And now we will have the anthem of the Memon community. Those of you who are listening to this for the first time, hope you enjoy it, inshallah.
खुददारी पाजी दौलत आए, मेहनत ही पाजी कमाई आए, इन जुस्तुजू आई लगन से इज्जत दुनिया में बनाया यूं।
Please stand up. President's request for the anthem. For our anthem, some of us we stand up as well.
एहसास वारा हसा जेड़ो कोई न आए, मेमण आयो हसा मेमण आयो, आजो आए पूरो जहान, मेमण आयो हसा मेमण सो पांजो मिजाज आए बसूता बदे जे दिले में
I think that we were all overwhelmed a little bit there, including our computers. Alhamdulillah. Guys, are we going to get this back on with the video? Because it's something really inspirational for those of us who are new to our gathering. It's really inspirational. It's really lovely to see, and it really makes you feel happy. Good, let's do it. Let's do it again. Can we do it again? Let's go. Bismillah. Let's do it again.
खुददारी पाजी दौलत आए मेहनत ही पाजी कमाई आए इन जुस्तुजू आई लगन से इज्जत दुनिया में बनाया यूं वड्डे दिलवारा एहसास वारा असा जेड़ो कोई न आए मेमण आयो असा मेमण आयो आजो आए पूरो जहान मेमण आयो असा मेमण आयो आजो आए पूरो जहान सादी सी पाजी तबीयत आए सादो सो पांजो मिजाज आए बसूता बदे जे दिले में जमानत पांजो राज आए खुशियों भी मिली ने मनायूं ता दुख में भी साथ निभायूं ता दिल से बते से मिलूं ता ई तो रिवाज आए पांजो मिली न रियूं ता सच्चायू दिल जा मिठी आए पांजी जबान मेमण आयो असा मेमण आयो आजो आए पूरो जहान मेमण आयो असा मेमण आयो आजो आए पूरो जहान करो ता प्यार बदे से बदे के प्यार सिखायूं ता अरे पाजो या गैर कोई बदे के गले से लगायूं ता मेहनत से वासे नए हटना पोते ते भरोसो रखूता ई राज कामयाबी जो मिली में कदम वदायूता मंजिल पोते चूमेती कदम जिडा भी विमुता असा मेमण आयो असा मेमण आयो आजो आए पूरो जहान मेमण आयो असा मेमण आयो आजो आए पूरो जहान
mashallah, I want to just once again congratulate the Sheikhani family and Muzammil Ba, who headed up the project to create our anthem, and our gratitude and thanks for them for creating such a masterpiece of emotion, reality, dedication, and a true reflection of our wonderful community, mashallah. Ta'am Mubarak the Sheikhani family. Okay? And yeah, round of applause, please. Let's do that. Let's give a round of applause. This is now stuck on us. It's with us, and it's always going to be recited, played at our AGM, inshallah. I don't know about you, but it's a bit embarrassing seeing myself, the way you've grown old in the last few years. We've all grown old from the pictures there, alhamdulillah. But I hope you all enjoyed it, inshallah. Before we get started with the full program, I think it's appropriate to remember those who are afflicted with tragedy in their lives at this moment in time around the world, and in particular in the Middle East. And I would like to ask Iqbal Ba, would you kindly do a dua for our brothers and sisters, please, Ba? Would you kindly come to the podium, and come to the podium, please, Ba, if you could do the dua for us. For those who are, Iqbal Ba, ida microphone bhi hai, Ba. Jazakallah, Ba.
اللهم صل على سيدنا مولانا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا مولانا محمد وصحبه وبارك سليم. ربي اجعلني مقيم الصلاة ومن ذريتي ربنا تقبل دعاء. لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إني كنت من الظالمين. لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إني كنت من الظالمين. لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إني كنت من الظالمين. اللهم اغفر لي ولوالدي والأستاذية والجميع المؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات والأحياء الأموات. اللهم اغفر لحينا وميتنا وشاهدنا وغائبنا وصغيرنا وكبيرنا وذكرنا وأنثانا. اللهم من اهديته إلى الإسلام فمن توفيته من توفيق الإيمان. إذا جاء نصر الله والفتح ورأيت الناس يدخلون في دين الله أفواجا فسبح بحمد ربك واستغفر إنه على كل رحيم. يا الله أسجمت مصيبة وين الله पाक असमत रहे फरमा जित भी अल्लाह जो शहीद थी भी अल्लाह पाक ने के बदले बख्शे दे तो जी अल्लाह पाक मुसीबत दुनिया के अंदर मुसलमान सफ़र थी रही अल्लाह पाक असमत रहे फरमा. अल्लाह पाक असांजा अमाल सही ठीक कर तो तुझी रहमत असमत उतरे असांखे सच बनाए अने असांजो दीन दुनिया जो क़ौम जो कमकाज अल्लाह पाक असांखे सही ते करे. अने जीअं असांजा बुज़ुर्ग जो हली विया आहिनि कमकाज सारो करे अल्लाह पाक इन जी मग़फ़िरत फरमा इन खे बख़्श ॾे अने अल्लाह पाक असांखे बि हिदायत ॾे असां बि अहिड़ो कमु करो. सुभान रब्बिक रब्बिल इज़्ज़ति अम्मा यसिफ़ून व सलामुन अलल मुरसलीन अल्हम्दुलिल्लाहि रब्बिल आलमीन.
Jazakallah, Iqbal Ba. We, whilst we meet and we all reflect happiness to each other in our lives, but we are overshadowed with this dark cloud of tragedy and suffering. And we try and take sabr from the du'as we make, but we just pray that Allah Pak bring sustenance, peace, and stability to those who are most afflicted at this moment in time. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. On the agenda today, we have the next item, which is a welcome address by Salman Iqbal, our president. I'm just going to put that a little bit down the order at his request. And inshallah, we'll continue with the next item. But they can, yes, of course, we'll just do a short welcome, inshallah.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I would just like to welcome all of you for the 25th AGM mashallah. Sorry, 21st AGM. Chonta ke jade bhi anthem sunu tha, so it gives us goosebumps. I was talking to Bashir Ba, and goosebumps, and it gives us tears. You know, जो founders of WMO ba, वो जो नाना होना, कि what they started with WMO, WMO किधर तक पहुंची हुई है. I'm sure they must be very happy with what we have done with WMO. I will not take too much time because I want to speak to a larger crowd because there's a lot of things that I want to talk about. So we'll wait for our esteemed delegates to wake up and join us in the second half or whatever time we do. So till then we can just go continue with our agenda. Ashiba, take care. Assalamu alaikum.
Okay, Jazakallah Salmamba. I'm going to go to the item on the agenda, which is to receive and approve the minutes of the 20th Annual General Meeting held on the 2nd of October 2022 at the Memon Hotel in Dubai. I will refer everybody to page 14 of the annual report. So it's a big, thick book. This one here. Can everybody pick up this? And can we go to page 14, please? So the minutes are from page 14, 15, and 16. And there's an attendance register on page 17. These were circulated, this document was circulated some weeks back, and I'd be grateful if there's any comment from the floor about any matter on these minutes. Just to go through them, I'll allow a couple of minutes. There were a number of constitution amendments at the last AGM which were approved, and most notably, we had the formation of the Global Ladies Wing, which was a milestone in our organization's history, and formally having a complete section and a complete structure established for the Ladies Wing for the very first time. Another notable item which was changed is that we had the inheritance clause of trusteeships, which was to allow trustees to hand down their trusteeship one generation. This was amended to facilitate patrons. So patrons also have the same privilege of allowing to hand down the patronship for one generation. But in doing so, we made the trusteeship to be able to be handed down for two generations, because there had to be some facilitation to deal with the request from patrons, which we were very pleased to honor that request. I think Faisal Ayuba was driving that particular amendment, and we managed to get that over the line, Ba. So well done to you, Ba. It was a good amendment to have, alhamdulillah. Yeah, page numbers again, just to say the minutes are on page 14, 15, and 16. Pages 14, 15, 16 of the annual report. We also made changes at that time to facilitate a shorter meeting notice period for online meetings. Because what happened is that we had COVID, and COVID changed everything. So we had to then conduct meetings online. But according to the Constitution, we had notice periods which were designed for meeting face-to-face. So we changed that to facilitate much shorter notice periods for meeting online, which is now part of our normal working. And then there was a discussion about the role of the president and the chairman of the board of trustees, etc. And alhamdulillah, that was clarified and dealt with in an appropriate manner, alhamdulillah. So, those are the minutes of the last AGM. I'm going to invite the floor to speak about any point they wish to raise, about the accuracy, about attendance, about content. The floor is open. I will allow 1 minute for something to be started. Koki puchno hai to please I puchi sako ta. Ji Yasmin bhai.
Just a quick question, Bashir bhai. I just wanted to know, when the trustees and patrons are forwarded to their next generation, does this go just to the boys or to the girls or just one person?
But this is, in the case of patrons is one generation now, and trustees is two generations. It can go to whatever the trustee or patron wishes, boy or girl. There's
Just one child.
There's no discrimination. One person.
One
yes.
person.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Ji, Razay bhai?
સપોઝ અગર પેટ્રને નોમિનેટ કર્યો પોતે જે છોકરે કે અને ઊંજી ડિમાઇઝ ભાઈ ઉજાને ઊંજી વફાત થીવી ઊંજી વાઇફ તો ઓટોમેટિકલી લાઈફ મેમ્બર બનીવી હું પેટ્રન આય તો પણ આફ્ટર હિઝ ડિમાઇઝ પર ઉને પોતે જે નોમિનેટ કરીએ છોકરે કે તો છોકરે જે વાઇફ લાઈફ મેમ્બર બની કે ઊંજી વાઇફ રહેની લાઈફ મેમ્બર પરમનન્ટ
No, a life member is a life member. There's no change to that. तो अगर लाइफ मेंबर भाई आए
અને એનો છોકરો બન્યો ને પેટ્રન ઇન્જે બાદ
छोकरो पेट्रन बनियो and he's passed away, you're saying?
હા હા
Yeah, she's saying he's passed away. But can you handle it?
તો ઊંજી વાઇફ તો હું પેટ્રન વ્યો ત્યારે એની વાઇફ ઓટોમેટિકલી લાઈફ મેમ્બર બી
She's a life member.
પછી એની મોત જે બાદ એની વાઇફ લાઈફ મેમ્બર છે નહીં કે છોકરે જે વાઇફ લાઈફ મેમ્બર
She remains life member.
Yeah?
Life member, life means life.
ઓકે
Life means life.
આફ્ટર હિઝ ડિમાઇઝ ઓલ્સો
I see, Chokra ji bhai.
Yeah.
Bashir, what she's saying is, my son becomes a trustee after me,
Yeah.
so his wife becomes a life member automatically.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
No.
Yes.
So she doesn't become a
Because
life
what happens
member.
is this, now what happens, this is Salman Ba's wife. Salman Ba's wife is a life member. Okay,
Salman Bai's wives both are life members.
okay. Okay, let's not go there. I've used the wrong example. I will use Soliba as an example. Okay, so Zoda Babi, she's a life member.
Yeah.
Or by virtue of the fact that he's a trustee. Yeah?
Yeah.
That's clear now?
Yes.
So, the trusteeship is handed down.
Yeah.
Yeah? To one of the children.
Yeah.
So the life member stays life.
Oh.
The new trustee becomes a trustee.
Yeah.
But the constitution is silent on whether the spouse of the inherited trustee is also now a life member. It's silent on that. Therefore, I would say, my interpretation would be that you only get one life benefit from that.
No, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
So a patron's, the constitution is very clear that the patron's wife or spouse is a life member.
Yeah.
The trustee's spouse is a life member. So
Yeah.
if somebody else becomes a trustee, he's a trustee. He's not a nominee or trustee. He's not a subordinate trustee. He's a trustee.
Yeah.
So his or her spouse will become a life member.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, that's one. Yeah.
Once a life member remains a life member.
Yeah. See, the issue here.
हाँ.
He expired in the wife life member by default as per the trusteeship or as per the patronship.
She will remain a life member. Ta hayat. Ma Roni life member ta hayat.
That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying, excuse me, can I have some order here? Salman Ba has given his interpretation. I've given my interpretation. The fact of the matter is this, is that the constitution is silent. The constitution is silent on this matter.
Yeah.
What we will do, we'll make a note of this matter. We'll make a note of it.
Yeah.
And in the constitutional review, team will review this. and we'll make a determination based on discussion and what we've discussed today. And yes, sure, bye, 1 minute. And then what we will do, we'll make this clearer in the next review. In the next review, we'll determine this, either Sadmalaba's opinion or whatever opinion prevails in the consensus, that we should have this clarified. So we'll clarify this, inshallah, in due course.
The reason why I'm saying this, in 30 years, most of us won't be here. 40 years. So all the trustees and the patrons will be all inherited trustees and patrons. So we will have zilch spouse in getting involved with the
That's a consideration.
So it's just common sense, it has to be.
The review team will take care.
One more question. जाने आपको पेट्रन है इन्हें पुत्र जी छोकरी के नॉमिनेट करिए हने वो पेट्रन जे डिमाइस के बाद वो छोकरी ने नॉन मेमन से शादी करी है तो will she be a patron?
Sorry, can you repeat that, please, bhai? Repeat it,
पेट्रन है इन्हें पुत्र जी छोकरी के नॉमिनेट करिए छोकरी के छोकरी नॉन मुस्लिम नॉन मेमन से शादी करिए तो इनजे डिमाइस में जो छोकरो ने उन्हें नॉमिनेट छोकरी के करिए हने वो उनजी वफात के बाद छोकरी पेट्रन बनी सके थी नॉन मेमन
हाँ तो जो हैंड डाउन थियो है वो तो मेमन है ना तो छोकरी है ये मेमन है ना but she's married non मेमन no problem because non मेमन whilst they are married they are
no. What she's saying is, my wife is a non-Memon, for example, and I give, after my demise, I give it to my son. No, sorry, ulta. So if a woman is, for example, Shimanapa is married to a Memon, but imagine she's married to a non-Memon. And after she wants to give the trusteeship to her daughter, the only child.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
But she's married a non-Memon.
Non-Memon spouse is allowed to become a member.
No, Memon's spouse.
And look, the ruling in the constitution is this. A non-Memon spouse of a member is allowed to become a member. That's the ruling. Whilst they remain married. A non-Memon spouse is allowed to become a member.
Okay.
That's the ruling at the moment.
Thank you.
Non-Muslims, they are Memons.
Not Muslims, not non-Muslims. Not non-Muslims, no.
Exactly.
No, boy non-Memon. Boy non-Memon.
No, they have to be Muslim. They have to be Muslim.
How can they be both non-Memon?
नहीं छोकरी नॉन मेमन से यहाँ करिए जाने तो बच्ची छोकरी थी सके थी पेट्रन ना ओके
मेमन पेट्रन ट्रस्टी लाइफ मेंबर जो सिर्फ अक्रॉस क्लॉज है यू हैव टू बी अ मुस्लिम एंड अ मुस्लिम मेंबर
ओके या थैंक यू
ठीक है ओके व्हाट विल असा ही करना सी इंशाल्लाह कि असा नोट करी गिरी आयूं
नॉन मुस्लिम का शादी भी नहीं थी
हां
ठीक है क्वेश्चन हां
जी No, तो पाई करना सी के अगर वो पॉइंट्स आ भी आइन the good points mashallah so note करी ने the constitutional review team will clarify these points we have a difference of opinion and inshallah we'll make it clear in the next review inshallah so are there any other points about the minutes any other points no okay so can I ask somebody who attended that meeting from the list is here on page 17 the list on page 17 is of the attendees those people who attended can I have a proposer Ehsanba and Altaf Ba is seconded so Altaf Ba is seconded Ehsanba has proposed and that concludes the
can we start the quiz
okay Jazakallah everybody. Okay, so we're going to go on to the next item on the agenda, which is to receive the annual report for the WMO of 2022 to be presented by Mr. Bashir Sattar, the Secretary General of the WMO. So it's on page 18. nice and loud. Can I have, can I have order, please, guys? Thank you. My office bearers, my fellow office bearers, Salman Iqbal Ba, the President, Mr. Ashraf Sattar, the Chairman of the Board of Trustees, the ex officio President, Mr. Solih Noor, ex officio Chairman of the Board of Trustees, Mr. Harun Kareem, trustees, patrons, members, life members, and observers, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's been my privilege and honor to serve our organization over the last 3 years, which was created in 2002 to bring Memons together from all corners of our planet to uplift and serve our community as well as humanity in general. Having taken office, our President, Mr. Salman Iqbal, and the entire team of office bearers, including our Chairman of the Board of Trustees, Mr. Ashraf Sattar, were faced with several global crises situations over the course of our tenure. The COVID crisis was at its peak. The global disruption meant that we had to adopt a new modus operandi, which included conducting meetings virtually. We were only able to meet in person in 2022 in Dubai after conducting 2 AGMs by virtual means. All chapters performed well during COVID and launched several initiatives across the globe to help and serve humanity. The year 2022 also witnessed floods ravaging across several areas in Sindh province in Pakistan, and several hundreds of thousands of people were displaced from their homes. We thank our donors who stepped up during this difficult time to distribute aid and contribute towards the construction of homes for over 600 families. The Pakistan chapter currently aims to deliver 1,000 homes by the end of this year. WMO also took part in relief efforts in Turkey, which was subject to a devastating earthquake. 2 teams from South Africa and India were physically on the ground providing aid to those affected. During the AGM of 2022, we saw the Global Ladies Wing being officially approved by the General Assembly, and this year we will see the first office bearers being elected into office and carry out global projects to empower women and families. I wish them all the very best. I'm pleased to have worked with the team under the leadership of Shabana Razak Yaqub and guiding their efforts towards formulating the structure and configuring the rules of administration. After the AGM last year in October 2022, the Constitution Review Committee conducted a deep dive into our Constitution document, which had largely remained unchanged since inception, apart from some minor changes. After 18 meetings of deliberation and discussion, the team put forward several amendments to the Constitution that are believed to pave the way for the WMO to be a more professional and structured global organization. We look forward to the General Assembly approving these amendments at this AGM, inshallah. However, despite the copious amounts of time spent on this review, a further review will be required. I cannot sufficiently convey my thanks and gratitude to the participants of this review who expressed themselves with focus, purpose, dedication, and one sole objective in mind, which was to how best to meet the interests of the WMO in the light of experiences over the past 20 years and developing needs. I'd like to just say that in that review, that was a really intense review, and we had fantastic participation, and what made it very, very unique on this occasion was that we had certain stalwarts of our community taking part in this. Special mention, I have to say, Arif Habiba, you were amazing and helped us a lot. Yeah. And I also acknowledge Sir Iqbal Sakrani Ba, who always, with his knowledge and experience as a founder, he again was amazing for us. As well as several other notable participants to that team. It was a large team, and mashallah, we all conducted a lot of work in those 18 meetings, alhamdulillah. When we go through the constitutional amendments today, I hope that everybody's had a chance to go through them. They're in print on the annual report, so I will invite everybody to please take time to look at those in preparation for the discussion that's going to prevail during the course of this AGM, inshallah. This year we had an unfortunate situation with our chapter, the WMONA. We discovered fundamental differences in their structure and governing laws, which were not aligned with the WMO Charitable Foundation. Our efforts to bring this chapter in line with the WMO's governing structure were sadly in vain when their boards of directors failed to cooperate. The Management Committee, after deliberation, passed several resolutions which regrettably were not actioned by the WMONA. I can inform the General Assembly that we are now in the process of establishing an official branch of the WMO in the USA and Canada. During the past 3 years of this tenure, millions of dollars have been donated by members and well-wishers alike. I would like to take this opportunity of extending my profound thanks for their consideration and generosity in assisting the WMO meeting its objectives. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless them all and their families in dunya and akhirah. Ameen. A particular focus for the next tenure must be to install a greater level of donor confidence by providing more humanitarian projects, focusing on our core aims and objectives of education, healthcare, rehabilitation, and poverty alleviation. These projects must be backed up with a full reporting suite from inception to delivery. This is a major factor in ensuring that those who are elected or appointed to serve this organization have the ability, capacity, and foresight to produce such material essential to developing a solid and lasting relationship with donors. I know that this has been something which has been lacking historically in our organization. Arifba was in our strategic review conference in May 2022 in Abu Dhabi. He was quite clear in his vision for our organization to be able to provide this link between us as an organization and donors, and to ensure that we not only deliver the project, but also visibly we provide the accountability to those who are paying the money and wish to see at first hand how their money has been spent. Ariba, you will recall that advice you gave, and as you can see, we've noted that, and inshallah, we hope to improve that in this tenure, inshallah. In my tenure as Secretary General, I've experienced several representations from members and listened carefully. It became apparent to me that there is a need of a change of approach by those charged with the responsibilities of meeting the aims and objectives of our organization. It is fundamental to this aim that whomsoever are nominated for the various positions of office to serve the organization and its members at the highest level have the time and capacity to do justice to the responsibilities as set out in our governing documents. It is the task of the General Assembly and its duly appointed Management Committee to make these decisions in the light of experiences. I'm just going to read offline a bit. This is fundamental here. You want to become Secretary General or Regional President or Global Ladies Wing Chair, whatever. We need delivery. We need delivery of objectives. This is key. This is key. We'll vote for somebody and the person is, for personal reasons, for time reasons, for commitment reasons in their own lives, are not able to deliver. Why do we do this year after year after year? Why do we do this? As an individual who's passionate about our organization, as most of you are, if not all of you, why do we allow this to happen? Why? How can we allow this to happen? That we take on people who don't have the time to give, or they don't have the ability, or they don't have the vision to deliver, to think of something themselves. Bashir ba karo karno hai. Are bhai, I can karo karna hai. What do you want to do? Salman ba, what shall we do? What do you want to do? Committee. As part of the General Assembly meeting at the AGM, members have an opportunity to question those who have served for the past 3 years and also those who wish to make themselves available for office. It is the prerogative and duty of this General Assembly to do this task with diligence. With diligence, focus, and without prejudice to the needs of the organization. We discussed about our relationships. Alhamdulillah, mashallah, the warmth, the love, the respect we have mutually, Allah Pak will always protect that, inshallah, if we are sincere in our hearts. That is the fundamental aim and objective of being in this brotherhood. But we cannot let that interfere with decisions we make in the interests of the WMO. Would you agree with that? Would you agree with that? We should not let our relationships interfere with the decisions. Decisions we make about who runs this organization should be based objectively on the basis that I've set out, or similar basis that you may feel are appropriate, but along the same lines. Office bearers for the next term will be elected and confirmed at the next Management Committee meeting. Members of the General Assembly represented on the Management Committee have this duty in ensuring the criteria to serve and deliver are met. I sincerely thank all my fellow office bearers and colleagues who have supported the organization's work for the past 3 years. I also sincerely thank the regional office bearers who have worked to the best of their ability and in some cases selflessly to ensure delivery of some invaluable work. I have to point out here that in my experience over the last 3 years, there have been 2 notable performers, and I would not be within myself if I didn't mention it, because it's in my heart, and most of you know that I speak my mind most of the time, if not all the time. Yeah, and I'd like to just point out that Ehsan Ba and Shehzad Ba, can you please stand up, Ba, both of you? And give a round of applause, please. Jazakallah Ba. Their dedication and the time they have given up their respects should which you continue within your run for them, please. Difficult decisions, but we are all motherhood. With us, only then will we ensure live our vision. I'm going to stop here. You know, and one of the biggest concerns I had as an individual was who replaced is to work tirelessly to ensure that the person that replaces him, inshallah, will not only have a hard act to follow, but has the ability, potential, and the... So, I'm going to ask Faisal Ba, please stand, and also your successor, Ahmed Ghani, also known as Ahmed Kit Kat Ba, please stand. Round of applause, please. You know, I didn't know Ahmed Ba, and I was in Monaco a couple of weeks back, having a holiday with my wife and son, and because he had been just accepted as the regional president, I felt I had to just call him and just introduce myself and say, hi, this is Bashir Sattar, and, you know, it's nice to talk to you. And, you know, I was expecting a couple of minutes, you know, Salam Dua, okay, we'll talk, we'll meet. But we ended up talking for about 40 minutes. And mashallah, what a, mashallah, gentleman he is. And, you know, I think we can have absolutely every expectation that not only will we deliver as good as Faisal Ba did, but inshallah, hopefully with everybody's support, that we can achieve even better results, inshallah. So I really wish you all the best. And Faisal Ba, we owe a debt of gratitude to you for bringing Ahmed Ba into our fold. Jazakallah khair, Ba. Thank you so much, really. And Ba, we will really, guys, we will really, really miss you. We'll miss you insofar as taking part as the regional president. We'll miss you in the intimacy of the meetings that we've had. But inshallah, you'll always remain a part of us, Ba, and you'll always be respected as one of our stalwarts, founders, and those who really loved the organization and really worked with his heart, Ba. We feel for you, Ba, and we wish you good health always, Ba. With that in mind, I sincerely pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He instills courage, foresight, and opens hearts to us all, in us all, to collectively make the right decisions going forwards. Ameen, Ya Rabbal Alameen. Thank you so much, everybody, for listening to me. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Unfortunately, you have to listen to my voice again. I don't want to keep giving my voice to you, but as Secretary General, this is upon me, so please forgive me. I'd rather somebody else talk, but we're going to move on to the next item on the agenda. By the way, sorry, the annual report has to be approved. So we have on pages 18 and 19 my delivery of the annual report. Can you please turn to page 20 and 21? Pages 20 and 21. This is the first time that this table has been printed. First time in our history. And as many of you who know me well, you know me as a structured individual and an individual who likes to see things done in a proper manner. And I felt it was my duty to report to you can I have attention, please? Hello, please don't speak. Thank you, I appreciate that. Thank you. I felt it was my duty to bring to you the list of the meetings that were held by the office bearers. So we have an office bearers team. This is the 4 office bearers of the Board of Trustees and the 6 office bearers of the Management Committee, Global Ladies Wing and the Youth Wing. That is on page 20. And the Management Committee meetings, we had a record number of Management Committee meetings in the last 10 years, which there were 10, 11, including yesterday's meeting. And there's an attendance chart on there as well. This is for your consumption. This is so that you know who's attending, who's taking part. I believe we owe this to you. As Secretary General, I believe we owe this to you. And I will continue to provide accountability and reports that serve you in the first instance as the General Assembly and the wider community, inshallah. Also, in the following pages, from 22 onwards, we have the reports from the various chapters. So we have on page 22, we have the Southern Africa report, the Far East report, Europe chapter report, the Middle East chapter, Northern India, Pakistan, and Global Youth Wing. It's on the points at the bottom. I'll come on to that in a minute. If you look at the points at the bottom. Just a point Panya Khurumba has raised, that please look at the notes at the bottom of each table on page 20 and 21. If somebody is not attended, it's either for a consistent period of time, like in the case of Wasim Adil, for example. Wasim Adil, for example, for the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 meetings he did not attend, is because he was not the treasurer at the time. If you look at the notes at the bottom, note number 4, Mr. Wasim Yusuf Adil was appointed Deputy Treasurer on the 19th of November 2021 and as Treasurer on the 11th of June 2022. So that explains why he was not in meetings at that time. And Shahid Sangani Ba also, we have him attend for the first 3 meetings, but not subsequent meetings. Also Sohail Khanwani is a similar thing. He stood down from his post subsequently. So please read the notes. I won't go through all of them now. They're for your consumption. The notes are there to justify any absence, consistent absenteeism from the attendance register, which I have provided for your knowledge and information. So 22, 23, and 24 are the various reports from the chapters. The detailed reports follow in the rest of the booklet, which you can see at your leisure, inshallah. And I will ask now for any questions on the report that I have presented to you this morning. Any questions? The floor is open. I'll allow another 30 seconds. Yes, ma'am. At the back. Can I have a microphone over there, please? Bhai, your naam karo hai?
This is Razia from ARY. I'm just asking a general question out of interest. You mentioned South Africa. There are a lot of Memons in the surrounding countries, such as Botswana, where I come from, Zimbabwe, Zambia, Tanzania, going all up to East Africa.
Huge, yeah.
So the potential for the whole of Africa is huge. So shouldn't you have another chapter either in the north or east, or does South Africa include all of that?
Sure. Very good question. We have a North African chapter, which is not active at the moment. Yeah. We intend to visit North Africa chapter in the next in spring next year to reactivate that chapter and get the administration of the chapter online. So we had it, didn't work out over there. The people were not that active. So we're going to re-energize that. Salman Bhai and I, we've discussed this matter in this particular session, and we hope to re-energize that part of our region structure in due course, inshallah.
Many years ago, Shabana Appa and her late father, they made a visit to Botswana, to Mr. Sitar Dada's house. And I think it would be really nice if yourself and Boss also came to that part of the world. I think it would make a difference in terms of
South
fundraising.
Africa, we've already discussed South Africa sometime in maybe the early part of the 2024. We'll be speaking to Ahmed Ba, Ahmed Ghani Kitkat Ba. We're going to speak to him, and we're going to tie down a time where myself, Salman Ba, and office bearers will be able to visit and show that, inshallah.
Can I add one thing?
Sure.
Sister, the countries which is above the equator, this is our North Africa chapter, which is not active at this moment. And all the countries which is below the equator line, we call it South Africa chapter, which is south of the equator. Most of the countries fall within the below the equator. This is the demographic separation between the North Africa chapter and South Africa chapter.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to ask for the report to be approved, and I'd like somebody to approve it. Dania Hanif, would you like to approve it? And seconded by Mr. Arif Habib. Jazakallah khair. Thank you so much. We're going to move on as part of the reporting suite today. I'm pleased to say to you that our president wishes for our chapters of India, North Indian chapter, and Pakistan 10 to 15 minutes to present their work to you. And I'm going to ask Ehsan Ba, followed by Shehzad Ba. There's no particular favoritism there. That's just the way it's come out of my head. So I hope you don't take any offense for that. Yeah. These small things matter. These small things matter. So, yeah, please don't take any offense for the order. There's nothing in that order. Inshallah, please give them your attention. What is most unkind is that we talk when others are talking. Please, I will not allow that. So I will interject. If you do not wish to be interjected, then please don't speak. Ehsan Ba, the clock starts now. It's 11:09.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Sallallahu ala nabi ummi wa alayhi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Assalatu wa salamu alayka ya Rasulallah. Asaje VP je behalf mein aun churi yahan Hasin bhai is here. So I am, of course, it is my tenure, but right now it is the Hasin bhai's Bismillah. Yes, ba. Right now, Asaja jo regional Nawa president avi hai and Nawa treasurer Shabir ba. There are 2 trustees from India, and Alhamdulillah, our newly elected RMC, who has been elected on 15th of October, and this is the co-opted youth members. We had, Alhamdulillah, when I took over it, we had 27 members, life members, and Alhamdulillah, right now, we have 2 trustees, 24 patrons, and 352 life members. And of course, yesterday we had 18 more, which has not been shown in Alhamdulillah. We were 3 days before in Nagpur, and we made around 18 new members, Alhamdulillah. So inshallah, within this month, we will touch 400 altogether, inshallah azim. These are the, Alhamdulillah, I want to tell you one thing. When, Alhamdulillah, I joined WMO, of course, from a different background, and suddenly we were, I was not too much into Memons, and suddenly I came within all the Memons, and Alhamdulillah, manja ghana guna maaf thi vaya, bahut saro thi vaya ke bade Memon je vich mein Allah khidmat jo mauko di. Alhamdulillah, Soliba akde dinner je andar akdo vetha wasi, and just Majid bhai started that in India we are not doing anything, we did the legacy project, and suddenly that dinner, Soliba barabar, it turned out to be suddenly a legacy project for India with the help of Harun Karim and Ashraf Ba Sattar. I bo maru ane Soliba un time te tare Salman Ba warna seat te na and Alhamdulillah ko awaj kariya, to we had 2 colonies. Un time te we received the money confirmation, 25% from somebody, 25% from and the Indian journey started from there. So Soliba, thank you very much. You have given us that we could start something big in India instead of going for small things. And this legacy project, we have already completed, alhamdulillah, 4 colonies which has been already been delivered, and 5 more will be delivered before this Ramzan, inshallah azim. These are the colonies which are ongoing right now: Jasdan, Himmatnagar, Bhavnagar, Jamnagar, 84 houses, Bhavnagar, 80 houses, Himmatnagar, I think so 28, and Jasdan, 80 houses. So inshallah, this will be the WMO Ashiana, which is our new projects. Jinje andar Memon, who are really deserving poor, इन्हीं के अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह अने बधे जगह जो विजिट लाइ करीने घणा वखत अशरफ बा ने हारून बा जो धक्का खाधा इन्हीं लाइ करीने आ शुक्र ने, कारण के ये अचीने असाके नारंता ने इंडिया जो काठियावाड़ जो गुजरात जिराती 5 मेमणे जो बेस आए, अगर उड़ा कोई गरीबी के नारी गिनना अने गरीबी नारी गिनना तो पाके थीनो के कुरो पा ई मेमण आयूं के पाके कोई ई रीते रेंज जो हक आए पर शादी में 2-4 करोड़ रुपया भी वापरी सकूं था बधे, पण जडे उड़ाई नारो था के लाख रुपया लाए ने 50,000 रुपया लाए, अने कोविड में तो खैर जो असांजी हेल्प आवी ने असां जो काठियावाड़ जे अंदर अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह घणा फैमिली मेंबर्स के पां हेल्प करी आयूं। अज अल्लाह जो शुक्र है कि अज अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह नू कॉलोनी अने अग्या हसीन भाई जी भी इंशाअल्लाह उम्मीद है कि अल्लाह चाइनो तो इंशाअल्लाह अगले 3 वर बाद जे के पाछे प्रेजेंटेशन जे अंदर ही कॉलोनी 12 के 15 कंप्लीट थी हुई होनी इंशाअल्लाहुल अज़ीम। अल्लाह जी मदद आवी एंड वी स्टार्टेड विद पालघर हॉस्पिटल जो इंटाने हमेशा मेहनत जो रही है अल्लाह करनो तो ये भी पालघर भी इंशाअल्लाह वी विल कंप्लीट। इट्स a $3 million प्रोजेक्ट जिनके अंदर ऑलमोस्ट बिल्डिंग इज कंप्लीट, 2 floors are complete and 65 beds. Very soon we will start. अगर थोड़ी घनी फाइनेंशियल हेल्प अची वनी अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह लास्ट इंडिया जी विजिट में असा के माण्हू चवनि था कि मंगियाज करो था जॾहिं बि माण्हू थड़कनि था हाणे असांजी मिड़नि में शादीअ में मिड़नि में माण्हू असांखे कार्ड ॾिने हाणे थड़की विया आहिनि कि हलो पैसा ज मंगिया करना पैसा ज मंगिया। असीन भाई असां ई चूं था हमेशा सबीर भाई कि असां अंजल अने अल्लाह ले मंगू था अल्लाह असांखे कॾहिं मंगण जो वारो नहीं अचे कारण कि ई नियत से असां मंगी रहिया आहियूं अने अल्लाह जी मदद पुगी भी वञे थी अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह। टुडे पालघर हॉस्पिटल विदिन 4 or 6 months दुआ करजा कि अल्लाह इनके स्टार्ट करी दिए। वी आर फेसिंग ए बिग फाइनेंशियल प्रॉब्लम बट अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह लास्ट विजिट व्हेन सलमान बा केम, सलमान बा वाज सपोज टू गो टू पालघर, इन्हें के पालघर ना विनन जी $8 लाख कॉस्ट करी। तो वी आर थैंक यू वेरी मच सलमान भाई एडी ट्रिप हुआ कैंसिल करना रह जा अने पंडोलक एतरे असाजे गरीब जो इंडिया में अल्लाह के दुआई ॾिनो ऐं के काल खिलनो होसी कि अल्लाह को जन्नत में तू कोई के घर खपे तो कोई घर खपे तो अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह जन्नत में घर गिनी ज रही आयो हाजी बा इंशाअल्लाह। अने अकड़ो बियो भी असा विचारी आयूं कि दैट फर्स्ट फ्लोर विल बी नेम्ड इंशाअल्लाह ऑन द नेम ऑफ ARY बिकॉज ARY जो इनमें कंट्रीब्यूशन घणो वडो थी चुक्यो है ऑलरेडी। तो वॉट एवर द नेम ARY फैमिली इज गिविंग दैट फ्लोर विल बी नेम्ड एज ARY फैमिली नेम इंशाअल्लाह। मिके शायद आई चुआ के रजाक बाजन या उन्हीं के नाम से तो इंशाअल्लाह दैट फ्लोर विल गो इन द नेम ऑफ रजाक बा इंशाअल्लाह। तो जडे भी कोई माड़ू विजिट करनो तो इंशाअल्लाह रजाक बा के दुआ दीनो अल्लाह जो हुकुम। सो दैट वाज द हॉस्पिटल अने राइट नाउ वी हॉस्पिटल जी ऑलमोस्ट बिल्डिंग इज कंप्लीट अने थोड़ो घणो जो असा जो CFO है मतलब फॉर द फायर एंड द फाइनल OC and the government policy and inshallah very soon we will start. We are of course thodo घणो we are short in money. दुआ करजा कि अल्लाह किदाई न किदाई जी कोई मदद अची वनी तो अल्लाह जो हुकुम this hospital at least 65 bed will start in 4 to 6 months inshallah azim. Go ahead ba. ई इंडिविजुअल हाउसिंग मतलब जो असा जो कोर वो हमेशा बदे आना चुनावा during this 10 year 300 family ke alhamdulillah I think so 360 families we have given single individual houses other than colonies alhamdulillah by the WMO alhamdulillah ane inshallah jo maadu jo pela renawa ane hane ine ja jo घर ट्रांसफॉर्म थी रहा आहिनि अने जॾहिं घर में वञनि था त ई रूना हूंदा कि असांखे असांजो पोते जो आशियाना थियो। अहिड़ो न इंडिया में खाली WMO ऑल इंडिया मेमन जमात भी हाउसिंग लाइ करीने एतरी मदद करी है पण गरीबी एतरी काठियावाड़ में आए कारण के देयर आर नॉट बिग मेमन्स हु आर वेरी रिच। इंडिया जी नॉर्थ इंडिया जी प्रॉब्लम ये है साउथ इंडिया देयर आर अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह वेरी रिच मेमन्स बट स्पेशली नॉर्थ इंडियन सेक्टर में काठियावाड़ जो कोर फ्रॉम वेयर द मेमन्स आर जनरेटेड उड़ा एतरी बधी गरीबी है कि अगर कोई अकड़ो राउंड मारी गिने तो इकबाल माने अकड़े बो वक्त नारी गिनिया ने पछी इने के खबर पी के भाई ई मंगन था तो कुरेला मंगी रहा इन पैसा एतरा उड़ाई मेमण के पाके एक्चुअली चुआ तो ना पांजरे उड़ा नारू था ना तो पाके नींद ना इतनी एतरी बधी गरीबी आए मेमणे में एतरी बधी गरीबी आए मेमणे में के जिनजी आई कल्पना ज ना करी सकना टिल यू विजिट द काठियावाड़ विच इज द वेयर वी ऑल हैव बीन जनरेटेड सौराष्ट्र अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह जी या एजुकेशन ऑफ कोर्स इट्स गोइंग टू बी आवर 3 years main education and inshallah azim if we have a support from central body. Right now we are doing only 3 classes because of the lack of funds. 10, 11 and 12 only we are sponsoring, but inshallah very soon we will have. This is the new school which is for the special need children's, which we have already made, Ummid School. Please go ahead, ba. We did Basir ba dakhna ba, tu chalu rakh. Ba, and we have this pathology for free for Memon in Anand. And we conduct a lot of job fairs, so the people in India, Muslims, can get the job from the corporates. So many cities we have conducted various job fairs. This is our new program. This is for Memons, but we didn't get a lot of Memon entries, so we have sponsored other Muslims also. But every year we do 10 Memons on the LLB, Unyejo Renu, Khano. We have tied up with the Marcus, which is one of the finest law college. કારણ કે इंजे पिछवाड़ ऐसा है घना कम इन लॉ कॉलेज में अमुक खाने के स्पेशल स्पॉन्सर कराने जे रीजन ही है इन इंडिया मुस्लिम लॉ के बहुत तकलीफ थी रही है तो एटलीस्ट दे आर टीच बोथ द लॉ as well as how to do the Muslim law. So again we need an individual come. Of course the international project of O2, we have done a lot of places. Inshallah we are doing O2 projects going on. Multiple camps at the Memon hospital, asaji medical camps continue jo achi haliya kari rahiyu hain. Lot of hand carts and ये बदे जो routine है कि भाई गरीब माड़ू का बेचारा रेकड़ी भी नहीं होनी. आज खाली जामनगर में there are thousands of family, only Memon families who sell bakala on the roads. Okay, these are this what 2 minutes exactly. These are the medical equipments. Panji jo amuk hospital in जिनके अंदर CT scan हाल भी last we did CT scan, which is a tele hospital in Doraji. नवो MRI machine भी अच्छी रही है. This is Alhamdulillah we had an inauguration and all the dignitaries had come. This is our special project Fariste for physical and mentally challenged. जितना भी मेमनी इन्हीं के कोई भी payment ऐसा रोकू न था. Gift of sight of course corneas eyes या कोई भी special donor है जिनका operation we do it to anybody in India, whoever wants, we sponsor them. And individual mass marriage, we do lot of individual mass marriage. समूह लगन उड़ा करूँता ताकि खर्चों अमुक मेमने जब बच्ची बिना ने we do lot of mass marriages. Alhamdulillah घनी cities में चालू हैं. राशन डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन में असा वटि हिकिड़ो स्पेशल डोनर आहिनि जो अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह हर रमज़ान में 20 टकू 15 ट्रकू 20 ट्रकू पोते तरफ से मोकिली ॾींदा जो राशन डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन इनमें ऐड थी and which goes to all the Memons. Of course the food bank which is continued all over the year or all the other places which is Langar which we call it. Doraji Ali Nagar colony which was the last project which was sanctioned by central body. हकड़ों से ने AC घर जो power cut थी वो connection cut थी वो and 180 families were on road in Memons in Doraji and suddenly this project was taken over and now Alhamdulillah the work is started. In 6 months many of the buildings will be completed and handed over inshallah. Abba. Go ahead ba.
Time.
Ba. This is the India has sent lot of disaster management. Ghani madad avi. We were in Turkey, we were in Syria helping in the earthquake and everywhere where we had our microfinance scheme which is from the life membership money which we give it to many people and Alhamdulillah now after 18 years we have our own office, our own purchase office of WMO office in India which has become a biggest achievement Alhamdulillah. We know where now we have to sit. Our ladies wing activities Skill Development Center in Aurangabad, Sardi Ka Achal, lot of ladies programs. Rajia Bhai and Masila Apane, they are doing tremendous good work. Ajaji ladies wing ke asa ke alhamdulillah they are really into big projects. And ખાસ કરીને ઘર ઘર વિની હકડે હકડે ઝોપડપટ્ટી में વિની ને જો ઇની મદદ કરનતા ઇની લે કરીને ઇને કે અલ્હમ્દુલિલ્લાહ ખરેખર કાબિલ તારીફ है अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह.
Jazakallah. Ehsanba, you're 2 minutes over now.
Figures, what has been spent on what? Thank you very much. Basirba.
We will give you a standing ovation for you. There is no one like Ehsanba, and I'll tell you something. Since he's joined our organization, we have become more colorful, louder, yeah. Okay, and all our hearings been tested to the ultimate.
There's one thing people ask me from South India, what's the difference between North India and South India? I said South India, North India we have Ehsan Ba, and South India we have Aziz Ba. Completely two different people. North Indians are loud, mashallah, And South Indians are very, very, very docile.
But one thing is for sure. No, one thing is for sure. I've seen Asanba over the last 10, 12, 15 years. As he's getting older, he's getting more and more handsome, this guy. Keep an eye on this man.
Asanba, aji time na dina di hala. Time dina to ko thino.
Jazakallah, Asanba. Okay, just a quick thing. Shabana Bhai wants to just say a couple of words quickly. We're going to go for a tea break. Excuse me, everybody's attention. Tea break after Shabana Bhai's couple of words. We'll come back 15 minutes after the tea break. We'll then do Pakistan. And then our president will have his keynote speech for the day, inshallah.
Just one request. After the break, please come back on time.
Yeah.
But time jo tho se I
when I ask everybody come back, please come back.
Sarno you time wo pai ghara hoje pujayo mashallah. And 15 minutes break means 15 minutes, please.
Please, guys,
Abhi, please, bete.
I just want to
Hi, Sab.
Can you hear? I just want to say something. Asanba, very good for all the work, very commendable. Just one thing, can we please change the narrative to special needs children and mentally challenged to people of determination and differently abled? Because we are an international organization and this is what all the international organizations are adopting to. So that's the only thing I wanted to say.
Tea time.
You look great. Huh? You look great, mashallah.
As always, right? In the pictures, I look like a hippopotamus.
No. You look very good in your picture, right?
Sorry. Who's the photographer?
Yeah, this is. Hello. Hello. Hello.